Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome, welcome. Gotta take my drink before I hit start. Also forgot to refill this. So, I still have a little bit. It's fine. You know, I'll go fill it up during one of the breaks. It'll be okay. But I hope you guys are doing well. Yesterday, we went ahead and made kind of a good amount of abilities, new ones, and today we're going to continue that. We got the list, and still got quite a few of them to go that are just we can relatively easily knock out. I also added a new one since yesterday. I don't know if it's going to be called counterattack, or the name obviously is going to be different. Also, this can be highlighted as a possible green one. I just realized, let me actually adjust that. I can do cleave already. I don't need an effect for that. But basically, yeah, we just continue down this list of stuff. Some of these are harder to do than others, but you know, it's fine. So, what do we want to start with today? If we go down the list, it's just we can do knockback and point of impact. So what we need then, yeah, let's do knockback, the shockwave effect. I feel like the shockwave effect, we might need the effect. You need like some kind of like effect that shows that. We can do the mechanic behind it, but we would like the effect for it. Hey, Guguts, welcome in. I'm doing well. How are you doing? How are you? So we could do this, maybe. Rapid fire, we can definitely do. Rapid fire, I feel like I don't know about this one. This one's a question mark, and because I don't know if I want to change the rate of attack, because that can have like big repercussions. Now, the protective aura we can set up. And we can just reuse for now the same shield effect that I'm using for the other one and just change the color and the size of it. And then go with that. So, and it'll only work on projectiles. Yeah. Let's do protective aura like for projectiles. Or or we could go Soul Siphon. I'll just go protective aura. Why not? You know what? I want to do them all, so let's just go protective aura is the one we're going to be tackling. So this one right here. So protection from ranged projectiles. So melee attacks you still hit. So we have. What about we? I have a damage type set up. So if I go to event graph, when I do an attack here, I need to know what kind of attack it is. When I do an attack here, did I have something? Attack combo, this is all fine. Did I have... Let me check my enums. I think I have something for this already. Enums, attack type. Yeah, melee basic, rage basic. Okay, so I'm not going to have a dash attack. Sword throw. Yeah, so this was the old setup. So I'm going to remove this. So it's going to be melee basic, rage basic. So just a melee. Let's do melee. Projectile. And also do a none. And it'll be none by default. Always good to have a none by default. Melee, projectile, and spell. We'll do that for now. And we can go ahead and just assign that to our all attacks. And then based on that, it will do something, right? So if I was to actually go to my character, I believe it's already implemented, right? Did I implement it? So if I come here, yeah, attack type, melee. So it's already implemented here. So now this attack type needs to work. So if I come here and go up on another blueprint, attack type is already pushed into execute attack. So if we come here, where is execute attack? Ah, here it is. So attack type, I go ahead and push all the way through to damage taken. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this last time. I added an extra input here for like special attacks. So that blade attack no longer does like my main damage. I overwrite that. And from damage taken, yeah, attack type I already pushed through. I'm just not using the attack type, but anywhere here. But I can start using it. Hey, Jimmy, welcome in. Well, thank you. I mean, I can't take too much credit for making the animation, but I did make it pixel art. So I'll take it. So what we need to do is basically on this damage calculation, we need to have an input for what's it called? Attack type. Attack type. get attack type. Push that through. Right, and then we can do our stuff in here. Basically, we can make it so if I have it, then I don't take damage. So let's go to I need this. Let's go to my abilities. Actor components. And let's go ahead and just, I mean, it doesn't matter which one we grab. Let's create a multi-shot, sure. And this is going to be our, what do I call it? I just call it projectile protection. Ooh, do I want to have reduction in ooh. Would it be better to have on and off protection from projectiles or just reduction in I think just reduce damage. I think we'll just reduce the damage from projectiles specifically instead of making it completely nullified. I'd like that a little bit better. Because I don't want to make it so we already have like the temporary invulnerability, right? Gives you 5 seconds of actual invulnerability every 60 seconds. I think it's 5 seconds. Could be 10 seconds. But I don't want to have that like happen on every single one of them because maybe they'll overlap, and then that's kind of defeats the point. So I think we're gonna make it so we're gonna set it up for melee attacks and range attacks right now, projectile attacks. And we'll have it so it reduces damage taken by 25%, which will stack with the armor. So it'll hit 25% and then 25% again. I kind of like that. And you know what? It'll effectively be projectile armor. So we have regular armor, and this will be armor projectile, and then we'll have armor melee. Yeah, I think that's a decent way of doing it. Yeah, I think so. Armor melee we'll add, and can I do this? Okay, good. And armor projectile. This is the projectile one. Okay. And so what we need to do is, when I have this tag, go to our damage calculations. We need to get attack type, and I need to check if I have armor projectile. And this, I always hate when enums defaults to the operators one instead of the enum one, which is the one I actually ever want. If this is also a projectile, so let's do this and Boolean. No, not this gameplay tags. Oh yeah, this gameplay tags. This gameplay tags. It's your armor. Yeah, it's your projectile. Will be times 0.75. Yeah, instead of increasing damage that I'm doing, I'm decreasing damage on. Yeah. All is fine. Let's take all of this. Just scooch it all over. So this goes here. This goes here. So if it's a projectile and I have this tag, then again, we reduce damage by 0.75. And we'll do the same thing for melee. So let's duplicate all of this. So this goes here, here. This becomes melee, and this armor melee. We'll find out where I messed up later. We all know that I messed up somewhere already. It's a matter of where and when. Will the 20% damage reduction be additive to the other? So, yes, but not plus. It won't become 50%. It will be 25%. And then 25% on top of that. So if you were to take 100 damage, you would take 75% with armor, and then 25% of 75. So it's an exponent. So it's a curve, effectively. You'll never reduce to 0 damage taken. Right. So if I on 100 damage, you take 75, and then you end up taking 56.25. So it's not 50% less. Because that way, you always take some damage. It's not 0. You can't go 100% damage protection. Like, I can add more, and yeah, you'll eventually take 1 damage. But yeah, 44%. I mean, yeah, it's still a lot. We can play with these numbers, right? We can adjust them. But right, you're taking a defensive card instead of an offensive card, right? So you're gonna take less damage, but and then you could take both, right? And then you could, or rather, all 3, and then you have 44% reduction to melee and ranged. I don't have any spells yet. I will have spellcasters, so and they'll have their own thing. And armor won't affect. Armor probably won't affect spellcasters. It'll only affect melee and ranged. And spellcasters probably doing their own thing. And maybe I'll have magic armor that's separate. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll remove armor entirely and just keep the melee and just keep the ranged. That's also an option. All right, so I don't know. I just while I was doing this, right, my thing just says protection from ranged projectiles. And then I realized, you know what? Protection, I don't want full protection. I just realized I just want to do armor instead. And now we're going down this path, right? So maybe I'll knock out regular armor entirely and just have like individual armors for each type. And maybe oh, you know what I'll do? I'll change armor to be a lower number. So instead of 25%, I'll change it to be 10%. 10% total reduction. And then these can be the more potent ones at 25% apiece. So let's do that, actually. I'm going to do 0.9 on this. So it'll be 10% reduction. And let me load up. Let's adjust that card. This is armor. And let me just pull up. What does the armor look like already? What does it say? Reduce incoming damage by 10%. Reduce incoming damage by 10%. Yeah, I think that's better. So let's do that. And then these will be the 25% ones. Then melee, great. So that is all correct. So now the thing I need to do is on the character's enemy. Oh, there's the projectile. Okay, this is already set to projectile. Fantastic. Nothing here. Okay. So is there anything else you need to do? We do want to do like a print string. So let's do a... It's here. Print string. And we'll make it green. Okay, so let's see. Hello, the Bandit Wombat. Good day to you too. How's it going? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. So, right now, if I do damage, it's 25. Right? If it hits me, it's 15 or 30. So, now let's go ahead and give myself some armor. So, go to my little test zone. So let's go with armor. Oh, I didn't make armor melee yet. So let's do armor projectile. And if we're gonna test armor projectile, I need to get a projectile enemy. Actually, let's make melee real quick. Melee. And this is just going to be armor. Yeah. You're good? I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. We don't need that anymore. We're good on that. Close all you. I'll add it in here once we have the icons. Okay. So now, I hit backspace. Oh, I need to swap it out. Let's swap this out to melee. Right, so I was taking 15 to 30. So if I have now armor melee, I now take 11.25. So there we go. It works. Fantastic. And I still do full damage correctly. Okay, so, and if I did projectile, let's swap you out with the projectile enemy. Now, what's going on here? Why do you have an error here? Ah, we no longer are doing this. Yep, you can get rid of that. You into making games? Yeah, absolutely. I enjoy it. I mean, this is the first game that I'm making, really. Yeah. The main thing is I'm only doing things I'm enjoying. I'm not like, if I get tired of something real quick, I just do something else and I work on that. So like, right? I was like, I got enough character stuff. I didn't want to keep doing that even though I need more characters, but like, okay, I want to try something else. So I want to do something else. Work on this little thing, work on that little thing, work on that little thing. But I'm a generalist. So I like to bounce around and just continue to work on like little section here, little section here, little section here, and come back to this, come back to that. Okay. And so I don't feel like I'm ever like in a slog. So that keeps me like enjoying it a lot more. I just like games in general, so that's why I'm doing it. It's fun. So let's try this. So if it hits me, I'm take 10 damage, and if I get myself projectile protection, 7.5 damage. Perfect. And just to make sure, this guy should still hit me for the full, full damage. Okay, perfect. It's already working. Easy peasy. Look at that. Oh, that was a simple setup. Gotta love that. Okay, let me re-import the armor one, so we have the updated number there. Trying to make a game for you and your mates. Nice. What kind of game? So we want projectile armor. There's incoming projectile damage by 25%. Armor projectile. And we're gonna have melee armor. Reduce incoming melee damage by 25%. Okay. Let's bring those in. There. Yesterday started easy as well. It's true. It's true. Yesterday did start easy. They always start easy. Armor melee. Armor projectile. Okay, so melee. Armor melee, passive, and projectile armor, armor projectile, passive. I was trying to make a. Oh, that sounds like fun. Banded woman. Banded woman. Banded wombat. Sorry about that. I don't know why I don't know why I just said woman instead of wombat. Yeah. I think because, right, when you see the bat, it makes sense, right? It's something that would make logical sense, and wombat is not a common word people say. So when they start reading it and the brain turns off, it just that's how it happens. Do you get tired at the end of the stream? Is that like, oh, absolutely I get more tired. Well, first of all, it's already 7 p.m. I had a full work day before that. Someday it's a busier work day, sometimes it's not. So, right? So I'm already not like full energy at the beginning. And also, I'm an extreme introvert. So streaming drains my social battery super quick. So yeah, that's another reason why I also get tired. And I'm like, okay, I need a relaxed time. I need alone time. My brain stops functioning because it's late and I'm tired, and then yeah. You're that good tired? Imagine full rested. What's that like? Full rested? No. I do get enough sleep, thankfully. So let me real quick. Let's go here and let's get myself a new level and let's make sure that I have these. Oh, here's melee armor. We can just already test that. Hit me. Oh. Hit me. Yep. Melee armor works. There's projectile armor. And a projectile armor works. Fantastic. Look at that. Okay. Easy peasy on that one. 2 more done and dusted. Okay, let's mark it off. Where are you? There you are. Right, so this is now done. So let's do soul siphon. And extra strength when I defeat enemies. So, right, we'll say certain amount of extra damage when I defeat an enemy, and it will stack. So maybe like 5% damage increase. Something like that. Figure it out. But basically, whenever I kill an enemy, I get, let's say, 5% damage for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it goes down. Well, it becomes 0. But do I want to... There's 2 ways we can do this. We can have it where if within 5 seconds I kill another enemy, it becomes 10% for 5 seconds. Or we can have it where if you kill 2 enemies within the 5 seconds you do, but after 5 seconds the first one rolls off, and then the second one then is whatever percent. Like if you have 4 seconds left on the second one, you have 5% on that second one. So how do we want to do that? What's a more like how? Oh, ads time.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I'll answer the menu is afterwards as well. In case you have ads or anyone else wants to know. I'm all out of absinthe today. Just ran out. It's empty now. No more absinthe. Bottoms, yeah, that's what they say. Bottoms up. Yeah. Because the bottom goes up when you drink. It's very literal in that regard. Yeah. Well. So while the ads are playing, what do I want to do? I would want to keep killing enemies. I think we'll do it. If I wanted to do it per, like every time, that would be a pain. I think the easiest way is for it to refresh every time. So yeah, I think we'll have a refresh every time. And I'll explain what we're gonna do and once the ads are done too. Okay, ads are done. So a game menu isn't hard. Just if you want like a regular menu, it can be quite simple. If you want a complex game menu, it will be complex. But if you want to just do a menu that just a couple buttons say quit, start game, which just does a load level, right? And maybe like displace a picture, right? That's a menu. It's not complex. It's pretty simple to do. But yeah, if it's just a functional menu, then yeah, it's gonna be very simple. If you want to do like the super complex camera movement, 3-dimensional, like 20 different menus, like 20 different settings, right? Well, how difficult is it to set up all that stuff? That's, becomes more complex. So it's as complex as you want it to be, just like a game is as complex as you want it to be. If you give it a simple mechanic, it's gonna be a simple game to make. If you give it a complex mechanic, it's gonna be a complex game to make. Well, not necessarily a complex game, but complex mechanic will be complex to make. So yeah, that's simple sounds good. Yeah, that's basically what I have. So for my game right now, if I go to, I have a super simple one right now. It was done for the game jam, and I haven't really updated it. So if I go to the main menu and go play, right? This is it. This is my menu. Quit obviously quits, right? Starts the game. Tutorial just opens literally a picture with a single button. And options gives me a menu here. This is the most complex part, but even this isn't complex. There's tutorials on YouTube for it, where I can change like the windowed mode, the resolution, right? And these are set resolutions. This is bugged in terms of loading the default. Desync, right? This isn't hard to make, but this is the hardest thing on here. And this is all simple stuff. So this is a very simple menu. But if you want to do something like super complex, yeah, it'll be more complex, obviously. This is just, press start, it loads the level. And load the level. There it is. Right, and then you're in here. Now you're in the game. Are these guys... Is the nav... why is the nav mesh not working? Why are they not moving? This occasionally... Oh. Oh, okay, I see. It's 'cause... Go. They're gonna be good on the nav mesh part? Yeah, so now they're moving. Good. Aha, I blocked you. Yes. Let it rain blood. One thing we need to do, right, is to make it so I can see through these pillars. Right, gotta do that. Blocking fine. Yeah, I'm slowly getting better at it. Slowly. We also need to make a menu or like a menu. Oh, I just realized F10 maximizes this. Never pressed F10. Anyway. No, I was using keyboard and mouse there. I had it plugged in, but that was keyboard and mouse. It's not fully functioning, right? I still need to set it up for the menu. That's on the to-do list. But basically, right, it's gonna be where give me like first option, second option, third option, and then maybe bumpers to open like left and right window for the collection and stats. Could be something like that. I want to at some point in the later, I'll set up like bindable keys, but I have no idea how to do that right now. That would need to be learned later. That's not me problems. That's later me problems. And later me will deal with it. But oh yeah, so we were going to do so we're setting up this gain temporary strength for every enemy defeated. So the easiest option for me to do is to, let's say, gain 2% extra damage for every enemy defeated within 5 seconds, and killing enemies resets the timer. So if I killed 5 enemies, so I kill one enemy every 4 seconds, I will continue to gain +2, +2, +2, +2, +2 until this clears off. So this might be a little too strong. We'll see. Maybe it's not strong enough. But basically, as long as I'm killing an enemy at least once every 5 seconds, then it will not, I will just continue getting stronger. So now that I say that, maybe this should be like 3 seconds. Instead of 5 seconds, maybe 3 seconds. No, this is a new effect. Berserk is when I get hit, I get stronger. This is if I kill someone, I get stronger. So instead of me taking damage, I'm the one killing. So if I kill someone and they die, I get stronger for killing them. It's just a matter of how much and for like what's the time frame here. Well, let's do 2%, 5 seconds. Yeah, let's start with that. No. That wasn't for that. The question mark is for this guy. It's for the rapid fire. I don't know if I want to do rapid fire. I don't know if I want to change my attack speed. Yeah. I'm debating that. I have it there, but I don't know if I want to change my like attack speed. Because that will mess with animations, and that might mess with the what's it called? The traces and everything else. So I might not want to do that one. Your grammar resolved? What? Oh, I mean, I didn't even notice until you pointed it out. I didn't even notice. So you're good. Yeah, I don't need you for testing anymore. Okay, so let's set up. Let's set up the stuff. So we're gonna need. I'm gonna call it Soul Siphon. Yeah, this is gonna be Soul Siphon. And you think this is gonna be Soul Siphon. I love how easy it is to just do it through this. I mean, right? If it was just all gameplay tags, then I wouldn't even need to do it this way. I could just do it on my character, right? I could just do it here and just add gameplay tag based on the input. Problem is some of them do need custom functionality, and so not to have it all just be different. That's why it's done that way. So, I'll set this up to be Soul Siphon right away so I don't forget it for testing. Okay, so what this is going to do is grammar just embarrassing yourself. Oh, see, I didn't even notice the spelling mistake until you pointed it out. Something you gotta realize about me is I don't care about most things. Okay, you spell it wrong. I don't give a shit. I really don't. Look, when my dad moved into a new apartment, when I walk through that door, imagine this. I walk through the door, you open the door, in front of you is a corridor, and then you see like the living room and then the window going outside, right? You see the window to the outside through that corridor. And through that corridor, the only thing you see are the drapes in front of the window. 3 months later, into him moving into that place where I visited him about once a week, I asked him, "Did you get new drapes?" Turns out he's had them since day one. Didn't notice. Just didn't care. I went to at my college. I think I went there at the time for over a year in the same cafeteria. One day, they either turned on the lights or turned off the lights when they usually like reverse the lights above. And I'm like, are the lights new? Because at no point did I even look at the lights above my head. I didn't give a shit what the lights looked like because why? I don't care. So it didn't even cross my mind. And then when something changed, I was actually, actively like, okay, something's different. And then I look up, right? And then I was like, oh, those are cool lights. Are those new? I don't know. I've never seen them before. Because at no point in over the year that I went there at the time did I ever look up to, and actively, I mean, I'm sure I've seen them like in peripheral vision. I'm sure I've looked it up, but I didn't actively think about the lights once. Not once. So don't worry about spelling or grammar mistakes. I probably won't even notice it. Is what I'm getting at. I care that little. If you asked me, what my friend's like hair color is, I couldn't tell you. I go off stereotypes, probably. If you ask me what their eye color is, I'll just take a wild guess. I couldn't tell you what my parents' eye color is. I'm guessing it's the same as mine, but that's a guess, not a no. I just don't care. So I don't pay attention to it. That's how I am. Like, if it's something I don't care about, I will not pay attention to. Today said. Yeah, see, but that I paid attention to because that affects things. So I care about that. And so because I care about it, I actively pay attention to it. Because people would get in trouble for that. Because if you were on Twitch saying that, you would be automatically banned by their system. Not even like by a manual review. That's why you should never say your age online. As a safety thing, just in general. It's a good safety thing. Okay, so let's do... So we have the tag. So now we need to go and implement it. So what happens is on death, we can check, do it here. Let's do it here. So I need an input here. This is the damage dealer. So we're going to see if the damage dealer has tag. We're going to check if he has soul siphon. And if he does, we're going to do something. And if he doesn't, he's going to continue on. Now, the thing he's going to do thing he's going to do, we're going to do inside of the AC ability section here. So this is Berserker. Okay, let's do it here. Custom event, Soul Siphon. So we're gonna need the character reference. So what we need to do is we're already checking if he has the tag, but we can do this here, honestly. So let's just do it here. If you have the tag Soul Siphon. So that way, we don't need to do this check here. We can just do kill you. So I renamed this abilities. Soul Siphon. And this happens on not you. Get damage dealer. Get AC abilities. I almost made the same mistake as yesterday. That would have been bad. And the damage dealer is also here. Yeah, that's fine. The fact that this isn't like on the grid here bothers me. There we go. Okay. I want it to be straight. When it's just like a little bit off like this, my OCD kicks in. My OCD just kicks in. Okay, so basically when he dies, right, it's gonna do Soul Siphon no matter what for the damage dealer, and then it's gonna say, okay, do I have Soul Siphon? If I do, let's do some stuff. So we're going to need to do this. I'm going to change this from get combined berserk damage to get combined damage. We're going to put the stuff in there. So we're going to need to Soul's Siphon count is going to be an integer. So if it's true and someone died, we increment it. And then we set up a timer. By event. And we'll say 5 seconds looping. System event. Clear Soul Siphon. And this is going to become 0. But here, when this happens, I need to do this. That's right. I'm not going to set the value. I'm just going to do this. Fun fact, someone recently didn't know about this. You don't have to set this as a variable. You can just pipe this in somewhere. I was telling someone that they're like, they didn't realize because they always set it as a variable. And it's like, why would you not set it as a variable? But like sometimes just you don't need to. So when soul siphon gets activated, the soul siphon count, so the amount you've killed, gets incremented, so increases by 1. So if I continue to do it, it'll keep increasing. And then it'll clear the timer, but if the timer ever reaches 5 seconds, it'll clear it. And I'm going to do a print string. Nice pink one. Clear. Siphon. This is what we can have over testing. And then under the get combined damage, we have all of this. And then we need to take this and multiply it. By the soul siphon count. Oh no. Let's drag out of here. So that way it's float by default. So this is going to be 5%. So 0.05. Then we also want to add 1. Right, because otherwise we're just removing the damage. We want it to be an addition. So it's 1 plus 0.05 times whatever, right? So, and then multiply that all by that amount. So it'll increase my damage by how much. I think that's all we need to do for that. So that should be good. Let's go to our... let's go here and let's test the damage again. Print string. Little damage. Oh, that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. If I come here, right? If this is 5, I'm multiplying it. So I have... This is 0.05. If I just multiply it straight, I multiplied it by just 0.05. So I'll just take 5% of my total damage. This, add plus 1, makes it 1.05. And then I'm multiplying 1.05. Yeah, that's the one. Just make sure that I'm not making it smaller value. I'm keeping it the same. Yeah. Oh! That's what you mean. Yeah, I can. Oh, this is what, you know. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can. Right. My brain isn't functioning. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. Yeah, I thought so. This is wrong. See, this gives you 5.25. I don't want 5.25. I want 0.05 plus 1. Yeah, this is wrong. Because this, if this is 10, we don't want 10.50. I don't want to multiply that same first digit. Yeah, this is right. I don't know if this is the simplest way of doing it, but this is right. Okay, so everything here is correct. Let's test it. Let's get some enemies. You didn't get it? Here, I'll show you again. So, if Soul Siphon count is 5, right? If I've killed 5 enemies, and I have 5 stacks of it, then, and I multiply that by 1.05, I'm getting 5.25 times my damage. When I want 1.25. Because that 1 is also multiplied by the 5. I don't want that. What I want is the 5 times 0.05, which gets me just 0.25, and then I add the 1. And this is the number I want. Yeah, that 1, yeah. So I did it right originally. Again, maybe there's a way to like incorporate it directly, but it's fine. This gets me what I want. Yeah, all good, all good. Okay, so let's test this. We need some enemies, so let's go ahead and here, I'll get some gruntlings here. This should be fine. So I'm going to just attack them normally right now, right? I'm just doing 25 damage at all times, 25, 25, 25. Okay.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Trying to read node. Did I not plug in? Ads are happening. While ads are happening, I'll try to see. What the problem here is. What's the problem here? Access none. Why is it? Oh, it's probably because they don't have abilities, do they? No, they do. I have this too. This is on the parent. Why then are you complaining? I'm going to do just a quick test while ads are going. Oh, I need to kill one. It printed nothing. Yeah, it's going to say none. So ads are done, but we're just trying to figure out. So if I come here, just beginning. I have it plugged in. Oh, I have it plugged into here. Hold on, let me check what the let me check BP enemy. Death. Ah, that's why. Yep. Simple little fix there, because that's a new variable I added and didn't automatically get plugged in. Okay. So now, right, if I kill them, I'm still doing 25 damage. Okay. So, but now if I do this and I give myself Soul Siphon, I'm going to do 25 damage, then kill him, and now I'm doing 27.5, 28, and then it's clear. Soul Siphon is cleared, and now I'm back to doing 25. Perfect. Nice and simple. So let's go ahead and just change the values a little bit. I don't want to increase my damage by 5%. Do I? 5% seems excessive for 5 seconds. So we want to do for 3 seconds. I think that's what we're discussing. So 3 seconds. So as long as I kill at least one enemy every 3 seconds, this keeps getting reset. This like needs, all of these need effects, right? Because you need to have some kind of indicator that you have this buff. Now, one thing that we could do, right, is here have like up top, right, have icons with timers that's showing how long you have certain buffs. But I want to avoid that. Yeah, I want to have like an aura or like a visual effect around the characters that have like different buffs. That's not like taking up too much like room or anything, but enough for it to be like, you know what it is. If it might be a little too much, it depends on like all the stuff that you have, right? If a run you end up having 40 items, having 40 effects around you is a little much. So obviously the stat ones wouldn't have an effect around you, but a lot of these would. So I might introduce the UI on top where it just has like a counter, and maybe I'll move the health somewhere else. And I'll have it like top left where just you always see it. I think Binding of Isaac, that's how Binding of Isaac has it. Binding of Isaac, Rebirth. If I... Is that how they do it? It's on the left, I think. Yeah, I want to keep it close to each other. I want to keep everything close. Maybe I'm not thinking. I'm not thinking Binding of Isaac. No, I'm not thinking of Binding of Isaac. I'm thinking of something else. But either way, yeah, I want to. I want to keep that info like on screen. You should be able to tell. So I'm not implementing that right now. We'll implement it later, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and add in Soul Siphon. Increase damage by 3%. Oh, sorry, 3%. 5% for 3 seconds for every enemy killed. No, that's... 1, it's too wordy. And 2, this still needs to also say killing enemy like resets cooldown. And that's just way too much. 5% damage increase after killing an enemy. Kills reset cooldown. It's close. It's close to fitting. Ah! Increase damage by 5% for each enemy killed. Hey, Luster and Logic, welcome in. Enemy kills boost damage by 5% for 3 seconds. Resets on kill. Hello, Mr. Asgeti. Welcome, welcome. Let's try that. Enemy kill. Boost damage by 5% for 3 seconds. Resets. That works really well. Timer resets every kill. This is going to be, this is all part of the image right now, but this is going to be like dynamic text later on. We're just not setting it up as dynamic text now. Just a heads up. This is not going to be, right? Just so that way, if I ever change these values, it should automatically dynamically update. I don't have to like manually update this image. It's only for now that we're doing this way. And that's when we'll figure out like a standardized like format and everything. Also, if you haven't realized yet, this is Comic Sans. Just in case anyone has not realized this, I am using Comic Sans. Okay. Let's go ahead and call this Soul Siphon. Graphic design is my passion. Yeah. Graphic design is my passion. I'm making games and trolling the internet is my hobby. I do like a good troll. A harmless one. I do like a good harmless troll, I should specify. As soon as it inconveniences somebody, then it's no longer harmless. Okay, let's here's the here, I'm gonna make a new folder. It's called all those in there. Am I playing using PCG for anything in your game? Absolutely, yes. A bunch of the stuff in the environments, in the levels, will be PCG. Abso-freaking-lutely. So right now, right, we have here, let me just quickly import this one. So right now, right, all the levels are manually created, right? So this level is like I placed everything inside of it, but you see how it has these bounds? So this is done with Dungeon Architect, and the only reason for this is because Dungeon Architect is then able to create the dungeon modularly. So this room then gets stitched together at these points, at these door locations. But everything inside of here, I can do whatever I want with. So I like this stuff, which is going to be just like crates, barrels, you know, whatever is going to fit the theme. I'm not going to manually place those. I'm going to set up a PCG graph in here. Like I'm going to set up PCG graphs for like a bunch of stuff. Make it like procedural. If I need like PCG is also really good about spreading out decals. If you need like an area and you like you want to make the place dirty randomly, but you have like a few like decal textures for like dirt, you can have PCG just spread it around. So absolutely, I'll be using them. You've yet to learn its full potential? You should check out my channel, my YouTube videos if you're interested in PCG and you haven't seen them yet. I have a PCG is definitely my passion. I love PCG. I do some stuff with it, like making full buildings and modular setups and other stuff. Hey, Brian, welcome in. You need to watch my landscape one. Yeah, the landscape one's awesome. You've been watching my recent tutorials on repeat? You're kind of biased, but you agree? Good. As long as you're biased, you know, with it benefiting me, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I see no problems there. Okay, let's add Soul Siphon. Soul Siphon. There's Soul Siphon. Soul Siphon. Massive. Is it so hard to find good tutorials for PCG? Yeah. I mean, it's still relatively new, right? People are still trying to figure out everything it can do. Like, there are things with PCG that I still haven't fully grasped. One thing I haven't fully grasped, and I just haven't found a good tutorial for, is how to do, like, the multiple outputs. The nodes have multiple outputs. It seems such a convoluted method right now that I'm like, because you have to, like, do 10 different nodes to specify, like, for it to have multiple outputs in that one custom node. And it seems like such a mess right now that I'm like, I'm hoping they're gonna redo that section because it's still, like, experimental. It's going to beta, yeah, but I'm hoping they're gonna redo and rework that section. And that's why I tend to just change it to and use densities, because that seems like a lot easier. The multiple output thing is just a mess. Oh yes, multiple output. Sure, yeah. Outputs into blueprints or PCG to PCG? PCG to PCG outputs. So, just real quick, if I go, where's my testing? If I just make a quick PCG graph. All right, if I do execute blueprint, some of these, you have multiple inputs. But some of them have multiple outputs as well. Right? You have multiple outputs. And when you do multiple outputs, it's such a convoluted thing. I can't just to create this. Yeah, here we go. Here's like 4 of them. So if I was to open this one, and we take a look at this graph, right? Like, this is what you need to do. Construct PCG point data. You have to initialize it. You have to set the points. They have to do with mutable metadata stuff. You know, initialize it as copy, delete attributes. You have to add them to arrays. You have to make points. You have to add them as out. Then you have to, like, add them after you change the pins and whatnot, right? And then you output it. Like, yeah. Why is this as complex as it is? Like, why is this? Why do you need all of this, basically? Why can't I just have a return value with 4 outputs here and I just plug in the damn points? That's what I want. Why do I need all this? And yeah, I can do this. It's a matter of copy pasting it and just memorizing which ones you need, right? In that sense, it's not hard because you do have like a reference here that you can just grab from. They provide it. But why is it as like, why is this necessary? This seems overkill. Right? Instead of doing all this, I just want this return value node to have however many output nodes I have. In the same manner, I want this input node to just have as many input nodes as I have. That's what I'd like. But yeah. That's my gripe with freaking multiple outputs of PCG. Not a big gripe, to be fair. Not a big gripe. It is a gripe. Okay, let me just real quick. Let me double check that the ability actually now works. So if I come here, oh, I need to get my enemies back. Okay, doesn't matter. Sure, lifesteal. I don't care about you. Sure, armor. Health. Give me soul safe. Yeah, there's my damage increasing. And there it is resetting. Perfect. That works. Soul siphon, success. We wanted to learn how to generate save point cloud data. I haven't been able to find info. Point cloud data. Yeah, that's... Could you use data anchors? Yeah, that's like to load and save and load points or the point locations or something like that. Is that what you mean? Sugar a screen where all the power up is available for you to choose. That's I mean, for debugging, that is actually probably a good option. That is probably a good option for debugging, honestly. Guts. I might do that later. I might do that. Because that's going to help a lot. Yeah, that's a really good point you bring up. I should do that. I'm not going to do that right now. But I should do that. Yeah. So in the Electric Dreams demo, they reference point clouds, but they never say how they made them. I haven't really like dove into like every little part of the Electric Dreams demo, to be fair. So yeah, I'm not familiar with them, I think. Yeah, that's the problem with like all of these things that Epic releases, right? Is they kind of give you like, here's the demo file, figure it out. Oh yeah, and we're not telling you what every node does, and we're not gonna actually use all the nodes either. So there's a lot of nodes that we just don't use, but they're new. Figure it out. That's why one gripe about like new features always being introduced. I love all the new features. Keep releasing new features, but please, some kind of documentations on the nodes, some kind. And you don't. It doesn't need to be like written documentation, just visual documentation. Like make a video. If writing documentation is hard and like it is for me, just make a video. Like, here's like all the nodes, and here's like what they do. And here's how to use them, you know. Knock it out in a single day. You can just do all of them in one day. It'll be probably faster than documentation. That's all I want. Just imagine how good that would be. Okay, so let's go down the list. What's next? Increase damage based on the surrounding enemy count. There's a few ways we can do this. I wonder if that's something that Unreal already has built in. I think there's a node for that. I'm quickly looking it up to see if there is. You've been avoiding PCG blueprints for that reason? I feel like there's a lot of functionality right there. It's just hard to play. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Collision component with overlap. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to do a collision event. You can ask enemies as an array and check its length to make sure how many there are nearby. If you don't need direct. Actually, you know, we only care about how many. Hey, Gregory, welcome in. I see, look, there are nodes in PCG framework that are not functional yet. Yeah, that doesn't help either. Jesus. So, I think for this, right, for the surrounded option, we don't need to keep alive, like a dynamic number of them. We don't care about this value updating live. We only care about that value when we do damage. When you do damage, we can check how many are in range. And then, you know, go off of that number. We don't need to like check every frame or every like how it's just whenever we attack. So we can just add a collision component or a hitbox and go off of that. We can just check on overlap of that. You were sad about the state of PCG. What am I trying to do? Well, right now we're setting it up where, depending on how many enemies are nearby me within a certain range, my damage will increase. So, yeah. So let's do that. So for that, let's go to my character. No, there isn't. There's no. Here's the thing. There's no documentation for any nodes. There's no nodes. Let's just say I want to find out, like, let me show you. What's a common node? Destroy actor. This is Unreal documentation for every node. Here's a picture of the node. Here's what it says on the node, which you can read right there. Here's the text that it says when you hover over said node. This is useless. This has more. This has this line. This is more information than 99.9% of nodes that you'll find. It is complete, like, if you are looking for a specific node, it's such garbage. Like, select float. Like, look at that. Again, this has a single line. So, like, that even has more information than a lot of them. But that's why I say, like, Unreal does not have documentation. It doesn't. It's garbage. And for new nodes, if I want to, like, look up a PCG node or something, are you kidding me? Won't have anything. Yeah, like you can like have like if I go here, like if I hover over it, it'll tell me like a lot of information. But what I'm saying is like, if I want to, like, if I don't know a node, like, right, it says Control Alt and it gives you more information. But fun fact, this information isn't in the documentation even. Right? It tells you Control Alt for more, right? So when you search it on their documentation page, you won't even find this text. So if this isn't enough, YouTube. You go to YouTube. That's why I always tell people, like, if you want to learn Unreal, go to YouTube. Some of the more advanced stuff you have to go to like Udemy, but it's just there is no documentation from Epic for it. It's just there isn't, especially for something that's new that comes out. It doesn't exist. Sorry. It just doesn't. Hey, welcome in. How's it going? Documentation is something you create through experience. Yeah, no. That's just something you learn through experience. You're not creating any documentation unless you're referring to in here. Because I'm not writing any of this shit down. You just should destroy actors' nodes. Controlled. Hold on. Destroy
ads
actor.
are here. Pausing for ads.
Oh yeah, this doesn't even have a control something. Yeah, this doesn't have anything. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, absolutely not, Guts. It is experimental right now and it's going to beta in 5.4. It is not production ready. It is absolutely not production ready. Yeah, it removes information. It removes the word the and removes target as actor. It has less information. It just leaves the name of it because it's called Destroy Actor. That's all this is. That's the name of it. It's so bad. So that's why, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure. Isn't it still experimental? I thought it was still experimental. Oh, it is. It is out of experimental. Wait, didn't they say that BCG is going to beta in 5.4? How is it nothing? There's no experimental, there's nothing beta, there's nothing. This is release. Okay, ads are done. Yeah, I thought BCG was experimental, but this is release. This is not even beta. I thought 5.4 was putting it into beta, from what I heard. Players' nodes are just as hard to unravel? Yeah. I mean, all nodes like that. Oh, yeah, the biome system I really want to look into. And that's one of the things, like, no documentation. Yay. Hey, holy crap, welcome in. Okay, what were we doing? we were setting up the hitbox. So what we can do is add a sphere collision. You want a sphere collision? Yeah, sphere collision. This is going to be what's the name of the ability? Oh yeah, surrounded check. Surrounded ability zone. So I don't want to make it too big. This means in melee range, right? So I would consider everything inside of this range to be in melee. So that's what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna specify. We're gonna increase damage. Based on enemies and how many enemies you have in melee range. So if you have only one enemy in melee range, it will you'll increase your damage by 5%. But you have 10 enemies somehow surrounding you, it'll be 50%. Playing a game full time for over a year and 50% of what you learn is from YouTube and the rest of the forums, yeah. Wait, when you say you've been playing, you playing a game or making a game? I feel like you're describing making a game. Consider you're talking about Unreal documentation, but you said playing. You can do both. I have a feeling you're talking about making a game. You just run a trace. Oh yeah, I could just do a trace. Yeah. Why? Oh, yeah, right. Just do a large sphere trace, point blank on myself. Oh, no worries. I just wanted to make sure, Elka. Because the meaning entirely changes, right, of what you do. So that's why I wanted to confirm. Yeah, you're right. Why do your sphere hitboxes look so pretty? Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean my sphere hitboxes look so pretty? This is default. This is just a sphere collision. Does yours look different? Your sphere hitboxes look different? Oh yeah, let me just make a note of what is the range on this? 128. It doesn't look like a sphere? No, that's irrelevant. No, same as always. Do we think at all about the intermediate compiler for? I don't know what it is. That at least is beyond me at the current moment. At least for now. Call this surrounded. Yeah. Add a new tag. Surrounded. Waffle House or try to get late night rallies. I'm not sure what the late night rally are, but if you don't want to get into a fight, I would avoid Waffle House. Based on everything I've heard, if you enjoy fighting, maybe Waffle House, you know, if you want to get out some anger issues out, maybe go to Waffle House. My only experience with Waffle House has been pretty much from the recent, the somewhat recent, like stuff on the news about fights breaking out of Waffle House, like in the middle of the night. So that's my only knowledge with it. So if you enjoy fights, I guess Waffle House. Maybe you'll get into a fight, but otherwise, yeah, no, probably not. Surround it. We'll test that. Okay, so let's go to the abilities. And we can do a quick... I'm going to make this a function. Melee are surrounded. Check. Sphere trace for objects. Late night rowdies. Yeah, I still stand by. If you want him going to fight in Waffle House, I don't know. That's my only experience with it. Just what it was on the news. Maybe on the news. It's freaking Bob DeFranco. Oh, that's still at Waffle House? Oh. I'm gonna have damage dealer as an option. Okay. So here I want an input. Damage. No, not damage. Just character reference. No, this is damage dealer. No. This is when I'm attacking. I'm gonna want more damage. I hope you're right, Gregory. I don't know what the solar thing is, but the fact that it affected your eyes, I have a feeling, is not good. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Thank you for that. Multi-sphere trace for objects. You're absolutely right. Get actor location. And we can just do start and end at the same location. Just one big circle. Radius 128. Plug it. And then we need to see, get all of these and do a for each loop. Oh, and actors do more, add, make array, ignore yourself, please. And if we hit somebody, okay. So if we hit somebody, we're going to need to check oh, break hit results. Hit actor implements interface. Combat. We're going to make sure that it only faces the other characters. If it is true, we're going to make a local variable and total in range. We're going to increment this. So, and once this is done, we can go ahead and return how many there are in range. And if it had nobody, then we're just going to return 0. Seems like that's pretty straightforward. Yeah, there was no eclipse here. There's no eclipse here. I'm on the west coast, and yeah, well, there's no eclipse here at all. My coworkers posted photos of the clips, though. Hey, Crazy Logic, welcome in. Not a vision cone. Yeah, I'm doing a sphere cone. Basically, we're setting up this here. So increase damage based on surrounding enemy count. So because we only care about this happening when we're attacking effectively, I only need to do basically a sphere trace around myself at that moment, and then just find how many there are, and then go accordingly by how many. So yeah, we're just checking at myself, just a big sphere around myself. Yeah. Assuming that we hit something, then we check all of them, and assuming that they are also the characters, right? Then we say total range. So once we have this, oh right, is not blueprint visible. Why are you complaining about this? What? Blueprint read only or blueprint read write? What? Is it this thing? No. Why are you not letting me output this? Excuse me? Okay, let's just, oh, it's because it's the same name. It's because it's the same name. And range count. It's because it's the same name. I've gone through this. Object types I need to plug in. Because we're checking for pawns. I don't know why it cares about the output here being the same name as a variable, honestly. If you haven't already, you could set up a custom trace channel for your enemies. It might make these type of traces simpler. Yeah, that is true. I might do that later. I might make that. That is a good suggestion. You do that for floor, ceilings, walls, especially. Yeah, that's a really good suggestion. Do we want to do that now? I can just do that now. Project settings. Trace. This is under engine collision. Collision. Object channels. Yep. It feels so helpful. You guys are always helpful. Default response is going to be ignore. And I guess it's just going to be enemy. Right, just default as enemy. Default response is ignore, accept. So then here, I could just go to recompile. Enemy. And then I don't need to do this check. And don't worry, I know that I still need to give that trace to the enemies. I know. In case you're about to type that. Enemy. We're only going to do this to the enemy ones. We're not going to do it to myself. Capsule component. Collision. Enemy. Block. It is block, right? I think it's block for this check. You don't need the loop? Wait. Yeah, I don't need the loop. Oh, you're right. I don't need the loop. Let's do that. Yeah. I only care how many there are, and that's all I need. You see the length. If I don't hit anybody, I'm just gonna have a length of 0. That's I like this. This is great. Thank you for that. Okay. So now let's go to the damage calculation. This is how much damage is being done. So we need to, on this combined damage, so we're taking the damage, we're increasing it if they're berserk, and we need to increase it this is damage dealer. And we also need to increase it I'm gonna put this in here. Gets damage dealer. There. If this is true, do this. If this is not true, just return 0. Okay. So we can go ahead and just put this here. So total range. So what we need to do is increase this number, right? So before this, all this math, just move this over, and let's just get original damage. Get damage dealer. Okay. So we need to take this number, add 1. No. We need to multiply it first. Take this, multiply it. So how much are we going to boost the damage by? 5%? For every enemy nearby? 2%? What are we doing as a baseline? 5% seems a lot. Because all this stuff is stacking up to a lot of damage. But at the same time, that means I can just make the enemies have more health, but I don't want to go crazy. So this is going to add 1. Hey, Spider Sniper, how's it going? Let's going well. It's going well. Go 5 or more. Okay, let's do 5. So for each person in range, we're going to multiply it by 0.05. So it's going to give us 5% extra damage per. Stronger you are, quicker the day. Stronger you are, quicker they day. So it kind of balances itself, question mark. Okay, that one you're going to have to rephrase. Oh, quicker they die. Yeah, they're going to die quicker. Yeah. Nice, Spider Sniper. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, start learning Unreal. If you want to learn Unreal, I suggest going on YouTube. There's tons of great tutorials for it on YouTube. Epic does have some documentations for getting started, but that's pretty much it. No worries, Guts. No worries. Yeah, let's here we're testing surrounded. I already have that set up. So let's see. This should now work. Let me just double. Yeah, this should now work. Okay. Do I still have the print string? I don't think I still have the print string. I should have kept it. On the damage. Yeah, I removed it. Print string. Damage. I should really keep it. I know, but it's kind of like they want us to copy their game. What do you mean? Who are they in what game? So if I come here, right, and I hit them, 25 damage. Everyone's doing their no more damage. Fantastic. If I activate this, oh, no. That didn't do it. Oh, it's because I didn't. No, it should go into get combined. Oh, it's because this no longer can be pure. We're now doing stuff here, so this thing can no longer be pure. That can no longer be pure, which is fine. They, you know who they are. Epic? I mean, what game are they making that they want us to copy? What game is Epic making? Oh, I mean, Fortnite? YouTube people that do videos are like, we will copy my game, but it feels like a lot of time. They wish. I mean, for YouTube videos, right, you have to have like some kind of baseline. Everyone's gonna have their own thing. And if they're making games, that's their best reference point, right? Like if I was to make a tutorial, I would use my game as the baseline for the tutorial. Because obviously, if it's working in my game, I can show that it's working in my game. And here's I set it up for my game. So it seems like a good baseline for it. Because if I have no experience with it, then that seems like a bad example to teach someone with, right? Let's check if this is working now. No. Why not work? Is this triggering at all? No, it's not. Why is this not triggering at all? Did I not give myself Berserker? Oh, I didn't give myself Berserker. What did I have before? Get Berserker. I wasn't even reading. Ah, there's the trace. Okay, so yeah, 31 damage. 31.25 damage. 22 31.25. Hold on. So a couple of things. I think I want to increase the range a little bit. So maybe like 150. As far as the enemies like a comic book game, not really. It just happens to have like the character I have access to right now.
Ads are here.
Oh,
Pausing for ads.
Why is it always 31? It's always 31. Oh. Also, it's ad time. Why is Soul Siphon throwing errors? How did it manage to not get damage dealer? The way it moves? I mean, maybe? I'm not familiar with how comic book stuff moves. I'll be honest, so I have no point of reference. Do comic book stuff have a certain way they move? I don't watch or read enough comic books to know. Sorry. I'm not knowledgeable in that regard. Let's gotta do a print string here. Just want to see how many are we actually hitting at any one time. Wait, 0? Why is it 0? Oh, is it? Oh, is it not? Did I mess this up? Is it overlap? I always forget this mess up. No. Ads are done, and we're trying to figure out why is the trace returning 0? It's for enemy. But yeah, blocking should be fine. It's ignoring the damage dealer. I'm just going to double check that. Right, let's just do this. Wait. Oh, I didn't give myself the ability. Go. Yeah, so it's not... Right, I don't have the tag, so yeah, this is correct. So I don't even need to ignore myself, because I just don't have the tag. But I'll have it anyway. Why is this 0? Print whether or not you hit something. False. I could do a oh, is it the... Do I need to do a trace channel or trace response instead of an object response? Oh, I also have a character thing here already. Hold on. Not gonna lie, you like all of the credit without any of the blame. No, I will blame you and you will like it. No, I created a character response in the past. I think we just swap to that. Multi sphere trace full by channel instead. Actors to ignore, plug you in. And we're tracing channel you. And then we do you. Just swap out everything just for channel now. Still 0. Hold on, let me just double check that. No, character is blocking. I'm confuzzled. Neither of these is working. Hey, Jimberly, welcome in. This is Unreal Engine 5. This is Unreal Engine 5. Oh, radius here is 0. That probably has something to do with it. Oh, there we go. 2. Okay, so that works. So for some reason, trace for objects doesn't work, but trace channel does. Why? You hate trace for object? Trace for object is usually the one I go to. It's very useful. But why does that not work? It's not object type? No, you ate it? Oh, okay. I thought it was a typo. But that doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. What I'm telling you that it is, basically, right? But whatever, you know. It works. Okay, so let's just double check the damage is working. So if I do this and I do damage, 27.5. If I do 25, 26 point, right? 26. If I have more, 34. 34. Wait, why am I doing 34? 26. Oh, whoops. I need to make sure I'm ignoring dead characters. You know anything about game development? Have an opinion? You can still have opinions. You can absolutely still have opinions. So we can't just output this result. We first need to check. We do need a for each loop. For each loop. Break hit result. Hit actor. I got an interface to check for gameplay text. So I don't need to cast it and then it'll work for any kind of stuff I want that I give this to. Yeah. Check if it has status defeated. If it doesn't, can't do length anymore. If it doesn't, then we can do enemies in range. Maybe they're just having an enemy stop responding to. Oh. God damn it, that's a good idea. Damn it, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. Set collision response to channel. Character ignore. Just do that. Just do that. I'm throwing some bad ideas to keep you in your toes. Thanks. I'm gonna need them. This is. Look, it's almost 9 p.m. here. Because after a full day of work, what other excuses can I make up to as justifications for my own being stupidity? They're not good justifications, but I can make them. Yep, I currently stream daily. Saturdays I don't stream, and Sundays I stream most Sundays, but it's kind of more up in the air. It depends on like how busy I am that day. But every day after work, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, I stream. Yep. And every Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific, I release a YouTube video. So let's see if I activate it now. Right. Why is it 34 damage there? Why am I doing 32 damage than 26? Hold on. Hold on. Something ain't adding her up. Something ain't adding up. What is this reading at? 3, 2, 1, 0. 1, 2. Wait. Is just my math wrong? Times 1.1. Yeah, it should be 27.5. Why is it saying 32? Did I do bad in math? Did I do math bad? Let's find out. 5% plus 1. No, that's correct. Here. Yeah, so that's right. Wait, what? Oh, wait. He's getting a... Why is he getting boost? Hold on. It's his damage that is getting increased. Why is his damage getting increased? He doesn't have the tag. Excuse me? This should return false. When they hit me, this should return false. False, okay. I gave myself the ability. False. How did you... No, that's me doing 34 damage. Okay, something's off. Something's going on. Why am I doing all of a sudden so much damage? I should not be doing that much damage. So let's identify. Print you. Well, we can print you. And we can make you green. And then print the rest. And we'll make that yellow. These numbers should be the same. And they are. But why is his damage just increased? Well, that's 10. 15. No, I'm doing no, that's my 32. That is my 32. It's my 34. Also, I need to figure out why this is failing. We'll deal with that later. Yeah, exclamation mark music. It's from the game Heartbound by Pirate Software. If you want to have a listen. No, this is just background music for the game Heartbound. It's not mine. It's for a different game. Game by Pirate Software. What was a song called? Let me look it up. Wind Up Wonders. Why? I'm going to just bypass all of this, just for shits and giggles. Also, I need to just change this to combine. I'm just gonna push this through, just in case there's something going on with all of this that's doing it. At least we'll know. Okay. It is no longer 20 or 32, so it is something going. So it's something to do with I think the Soul Siphon thing. If I just bypass Soul Siphon. So what's going on with Soul Siphon? Why is that bugging out on me? Yeah, so Soul Siphon is the one that's bugging out on me. Why? So we're getting the damage dealer's Soul Siphon. Right, that's all fine. Hey, Erland, welcome in. Welcome in. How's it going? This should for them. This should print false. No siphon. When they attack me, this should print no siphon. Or rather, when I kill them, it should say no siphon. Yeah, so that's all being detected correctly, and no error this time. Is the error only happening when I give myself this? Great, so now it works fine. Did I reattach it? Did it just need to recompile? Was everything fine, but it just needed to recompile? Was that the problem? Is this reattached? Is it working fine now? It just... It's working fine now! Wait, now it's 32. What happened there? It was working fine, and then it jumped to 32. What happened? Wait, what? This is one of those things where it should be super simple. I got hit, and now I'm doing 32. $26, $26, $32. How the hell? It's not Soul Siphon. It is getting an error on the Soul Siphon thing, though. So, why? If I go to BP enemy, right? This is plugged in. Oh, hold on. Let me just check Gruntling. Am I overwriting it? Let me just double check. No, I'm not overwriting anything here. I thought maybe I'm overwriting the death event, but I'm not. No worries, Jimberly. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Get some good night's rest. So... why is this complaining? How does it not know the damage? Let me just change the order of this. Just put this here. Maybe the order, because I am marking it as defeated here. I don't think that should make any difference. Odd. Okay. Good. Okay, we're consistently doing 25 here. Just good. No errors. Let's give myself... Oh, am I giving myself Berserk? Wait, am I giving myself Berserk? Is it because I'm that stupid and I gave myself Berserk instead of Surround? Okay, well now why doesn't it work? Okay. I gave myself surround now, so now why doesn't it work? This started so well. It started so darn well. Oh, let me just do a debug here. For duration. It's not triggering alt. Oh. I'm like, clearly it's too late. I had the wrong tag there. I mean, I just made all sorts of. Hey, look. Now things are all working because I have the right tags and I'm giving myself the right. Oh, God. And this is why I say I'm dumb. Because I'm dumb. I was wondering when you were debugging the trace. Yeah, it didn't click to me. I thought it was just not. Yeah, it was. Because I copied this, but I didn't change the tag. Okay, we're good. It works now. Everything's great. Everything's perfect. Let's just set up this up. Surrounded. Image by 5% for each enemy in melee range. Yeah. I am stupid. I am stupid. It's, you know, I always say, it's always the small things that cause the biggest problems. Always. Right? It's always that. Surrounded. Okay, let's yeah, we have stun and surround now both in S, but that's fine. That's fine. You're not stupid at all, just tired. Let's pretend. I appreciate you lying to both me and yourself. Yeah, personal rule, the more complete the failure, the dumber the reason. Yeah. Yep. It's always, you know, it's always that one thing that, like, there was, why don't you make the cards an engine? I will. Eventually I will. Like, the text will be an engine, and like the image here will be an engine, right? And the border will probably be a single template image. But at that point, I'm gonna want to do all these values as variables, and I'll want to, like, this is gonna be a whole thing setting that up, where these will be variables, and I'll want them to be maybe a different color, right? It's just, for now, let's just get it. Let's do like the quick and easy, like, dirty way, and then when we like continue on, right, as we keep improving things, then we'll do like an engine. Because if we start setting it all up like an engine for each one of them, right, we're just, all these power-ups will take, instead of like half a week, they'll take like 3 weeks. And it's just going to be fun to just have them going, and then we can go from there. Plus now we can see like, okay, what are we going to need? I'm changing things up here. I'm changing stuff up there. So yeah, and I will. I just haven't gone around to it, but that's the plan. That's absolutely the plan. So let's just double check the, automating quotes. So let's check that. Oh, look at that. How convenient. I just got access to it. You're surrounded. And there we go. Damage accurate. Okay. Easy peasy. I say that as tears roll down my metaphor.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Does my game have a story? Not yet. Not yet. I'm focusing on having a fun game that is fun to play mechanically. And then I'll think of a story later. Good games do not need a story. Dead Cells, Binding of Isaac, right? There's a great mechanically fun games. You do not like, Binding of Isaac has a story. You don't play it for the story. Dead Cells has a story. I've never played it for the story. You can have a good game has good mechanics. A good movie has a good story. Like, right? So if I have a good story but shit gameplay, it's not a good game. It's a great story, like great video or whatever it is. No one's gonna make it through the story if the mechanics are shit. That's the goal. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick while the ads are going. Also, I'll be right back. I'm back. I feel like with today's games, it's so one or the other. It's so rare to have both. Yeah. People who specialize in certain things, right? They're not mutually exclusive. You're right, but you can have a good game with no story, but you can't have a good game with no gameplay, right? So that's why I want to make sure that the gameplay is good, and then I can worry about the story. That, and I'm just not good at writing stories. So maybe once the gameplay's there, I can think of it'll be easier to come up with a story. Story is Dum Dum tries to make it to the survive a dungeon, and another dungeon, and another dungeon, yeah. Point and click, yeah. That is true. I don't play point and click games, so I wasn't thinking of those, but that is a good point. That is basically a story. But that's pretty much a... Well, those aren't always story games. A lot of times point and click games are like puzzle games. Right? There's more puzzle games where you gotta find things or you gotta figure out what goes with what. They have stories. They have a lot of story. But it's not like they have no gameplay, right? Or no mechanics. But you're right. You're absolutely right. Just gonna go bye-bye. Either way, yeah, I'm focusing in my case on gameplay first. because just that's what I'm more comfortable and familiar with. And then once I have like fun gameplay, I can have a story. I also like, for example, I don't know what the themes are, right? Because if I play the dungeons, right? If we go here and I load up the thing, right? I don't even have like an aesthetic figured out. I don't know what the style is gonna be. I don't know anything like that, and that's gonna be like, that's gonna dictate maybe the story and stuff. So yeah, is it gonna be like each level is gonna be entirely different? Is it not? We'll see. We will see. Just go with a 16-bit era. Stories flimsier than what tissue barely cleaning on the side of a toilet. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But they do have one, right? Super Mario Brothers, right? What's the story? The princess is another castle. That's it. That's the story. It's a full mechanics game. But that's what I'm talking about, right? It doesn't really... It has a story, but it doesn't really have a story. Like, it's no Horizon Zero Dawn in terms of story. But so I'll have something. I'll definitely have... It won't be zero story, but it's just... I'm not there yet where I think I need to figure out the story. He's gonna say the princess on mushrooms. I like how you clarified. Yeah, it has some reason, and that's what I'll have. I'll have a reason to like progress. Okay, so surrounded is done. So actually, let me mark this off on my spreadsheet because I have not been marking this off on my spreadsheet. You're done. We did Soul Siphon. Okay, so we've done 3 so far. What's the time? Let's do Resurrection. Now let's do Culling Strike. We can test that. We can test that really easily. Because Resurrection is going to need the partial, the invulnerability aspect, and that's going to need some extra stuff. So let's do Culling Strike. Instantly kill enemies under a certain percent health. So basically, if they're at, if they have like less than 20% health, then they're, no matter how much damage you do, they're just dead. That's the mechanic. So let's make that. Culling Strike. A lot of games have Culling Strike. Question is, what percentage do we want to do? Probably 20%. If you're into fun task management software, Obsidian. So I actually looked into Obsidian and I was like, this is really cool. Specifically for stories. Specifically for stories. And because I'm not writing a story yet, I didn't get it. I know it's free. You can get the free one. And yeah, I heard Pirate Software talking about it. I checked it out. It's really cool. It has like the whole like brain network thing. But yeah, it's just I have no idea where to go with the story. Not even like a little bit right now. So yeah, we'll figure it out. But let's do Culling Strike. Here I'm gonna do select Culling Strike and make sure I select it. Culling Strike. So this might be actually relatively easy. So on here, when take damage, No, here. It's this. So, assuming that we're going here to like, I'm going to organize this at some point soon. I'm going to organize this at some point very soon. Just move this all over here. And I'm going to do get damage dealer. Get gameplay tags. As tag. Culling streak. Or just use like a notepad and a spreadsheet table. Yeah. It's like a local Notion, if you're familiar with that. I'm not, unfortunately. Cool is the best way to put it. Yeah, there's a lot of really good like things for like figuring out story stuff. I'm just way too early for me on that one. It's on my to-do list for sure. It's on my to-do list. I will definitely have a story. I can't promise it's gonna be the most amazing story, but it'll be a story to like push you forward, or it'll be like a Binding of Isaac type of story, right? Where the story is like within the one gameplay loop, and then the story resets, and then one gameplay loop so resets. So same thing like Mario Brothers, right? It's not like when you get to the end and race to the princess is no longer right. I get one of the story plugins for Unreal. Don't feel like shelling out $300. Yeah, yeah, $300 is a lot. I don't blame you. So we're gonna get this. Then we're going to check. We're gonna get the character stats. Get max health. Let's go to character stats. And let's get a new function. Get health percentage. That under health. And we're gonna get is the current health. Divide by the max health. Percent. And this can be pure. Get health percentage. So if this number is, let's say, less or equal to 20, and they have and the owner has this, right? If this is true, then it goes here. I'm gonna need to I'm really gonna need to clean this up. I really need to clean this up. But for testing purposes, 100%. Cult. So that means I should be able to one-hit everything. Yep. I can one-hit everything. And if I set this to 20... hold on. Why? Oh! It's a 0 to 1. Multiply by 100. So we get the actual percent. Like, not a decimal point percent. That should do it. So now it's 20% chance. I'm killing those, actually, because I just do more damage than 20 on their hits. So now if I just do on you a lot... Excuse me, how much more? There we go. It's a cold because they were under 20% health. Perfect, it's working. Yeah, so this was a simple one. Okay, let's create the card. Yeah, I think once we have all of these like basic ones done, we'll set up the modularity of the actual cards after. Okay, so on Culling Strike. Instantly kill. Or have a good night, Brian. Thanks for stopping by. Instantly kill enemies under 20% health. Have a good night, Holy Crab. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'll be hopping off after this as well in a moment, probably. Maybe not. But probably. Yeah, instantly kill enemies damaged. Instantly kill enemies under 20% health. Damage instantly kills enemies. Any damage instantly kills the enemies under 20% health. It's okay. Calling Strike. Okay, let's set this up. Where is Calling Strike? Okay. New one. Calling Strike. Bingo. Okay. Also, I think tomorrow I'll add in the suggestion of making a hotkey that opens up my entire like card library, so I can pick one for debugging. That is, yeah, it sounds like it's super useful. Because, yeah, now I need to go through, right, and just make sure that it appears here. I mean, it's going to. So, sure. There's Calling Strike. Perfect. Yep. And also, yep, all the stuff is working in terms of Hold on a second. Which one do I have? Oh, it's Soul Siphon. Yeah, so that's why I was getting extra damage. Yeah, so that's working. Awesome. Everything is working. Yay. So we today we added what? 5. 2 separate armor sets. We modified the original armor, and we added Soul Siphon, Surrounded, and Culling Strike. Sweet. Yeah, Culling Strike is done as well. I'm gonna mark it off on my spreadsheet. Sweet. Oh. Yeah, we have 18 things already. This doesn't even include like base stats. And again, I'm aiming for 100 like power-ups, but if we have more than 100, I'm not going to complain. I'll keep adding more. I'll keep adding as many as, because that just, opens up more options, and that's awesome. But I think this is where I'm gonna end it for tonight. Well, things are working and I'm satisfied. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow at my usual time of 6:30 p.m. And also, I don't know what happened, but my devlog from yesterday blew up somehow when I was showing off this game. I don't know why, but all of a sudden, like the view count, going, and it just shot up. I don't know why YouTube decided to start recommending to everybody, but I'm not gonna complain because it went from 10 out of 10 to 1 out of 10 basically. I don't know what happened, but thank you guys for those that watched it. I appreciate it. Yeah, and based on just this past few days, the next one's gonna be a big update again, and I look forward to it. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.